welcome to Somewhere Up a Creek. This is by far the most difficult video I have ever released. We want to come to you and let you know that my dear friend, husband, the love of my life, the other half of this channel, has gone to be with our dear Lord. Though I am so happy to know that Mike is no longer in pain and suffering, as I have seen him go through in the past 4 months. I just cannot even tell you what we have been through and what Mikey went through before he departed this earth. I am still a bit traumatized by it. It came so sudden and it happened so quick. I am, you know me, I can't believe I'm speechless, you know? I'm always running my mouth and got something to say. But for this one, I actually have no words, except that I know that Mike is with the dear Lord. And he has finally got a healed body. And for that, I am grateful. But I am surely going to miss Mikey. I'm going to miss him terribly. We have traveled these waters on kayaks, boats, you name it. We have done it all. Mikey and I have had the opportunity to fish some of the most beautiful creeks throughout eastern North Carolina and other areas abroad. And Mikey knew so much about fishing that I was just honored to even be in his presence and to let him put up with me. He taught me a lot about life, living, loving, and touching the lives of people, which we built this channel on. That was what we were all about. We just wanted to make people smile and bring you a little bit of joy in your life and to bring our fishing to you. I'm real heavy in my heart, so I'm going to need all of your love and support and uplifting. I'm telling you, I can't do this without you all. And I do want to come to you and let you know that we thank you so much for all of the prayers that you have been pouring out to our family and to me and for Mikey. He was so grateful in that. He talked to me so much when we went through our hospital ordeal and hospice about how much he was touched by what you, the audience, our fans, did from all over the world. He was completely stunned and shocked by that. And I am too. I'm going to tell you. When we built this channel, we had no idea that it would do what it has done. And to hear that we have actually touched somebody out there and actually made your day a little bit better by giving you some kind of a smile made us so happy. This world has got too much going on in it right now. And it's touched the people in such a way that we all need something to smile about. I'm going to honor Michael's legacy and his love for fishing by continuing this channel and trying to do the best I can in everything I do. I want to tell you that we are going to have a beautiful memorial service in honor of Mikey on December the 3rd. It's a Saturday next weekend. We are going to honor him in a very special way. The funeral service will be held at Belmondon Funeral Home in Morehead City, North Carolina. You may also view this funeral online through the Belmondon Funeral Home website, especially if you cannot make it and if you're in other parts of the world. And we invite you to come and be a part of that special day and special service with us. I am still I guess y'all heard. I had to go and on my way to the hospice house to sign Michael in. I was injured in a head-on collision in Morehead City, North Carolina. My Jeep got totaled, but a lady pulled out in front of me. It was not my fault. I was going through the intersection of 24 and 70, and she came through and hit me head on as she was traveling through and missed a stoplight. I am very fortunate to be here, and so is she. I pray for her, and I hope she's doing well. But it was a really, really scary thing. It was a bad accident. The Jeep got totaled and her car got totaled. We were both treated at the hospital, and I am here to tell you, I am one sore woman today. I have bruises all over my body, and I'm still trying to heal from that. But as I got out the hospital, I headed to the hospice house, and I spent the evening with Mikey. But I was hurting so bad, and they told me that I should go home and lay down and rest because it had been a very, very difficult week. So when we left the room that night, my daughter, who has been here with me, Shannon, she said, "Mikey, I'm taking her home." And of course, Mikey, he always told me, "I never want you to see me take my last breath. I want you to remember me as we've always done our life. Just remember me as happy and with joy." And I wrestled with that. I didn't want to leave him. It was the first time I had left him in months. And I was beside his whole ordeal in the hospital, so I really reluctantly did not want to leave. But one of the most beautiful things that was told to me when I was called and told he had just taken his last breath, and I headed to the hospice house quickly. And as my daughter and I got there, the nurse told me, she said, "I happened to run down the hall and go get Mikey some medicine. And when I came back," she said, "I watched him take his last breath." She said, "But something really weird happened." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, what?" And with Mikey, I didn't know what in the world, When she said that, I was like, uh-oh. But she said after he took his last breath, he looked so beautiful, so at peace, glowing. She said, I had this feeling that I needed to walk over and open the door to the room, to the outdoor patio. He was in a beautiful facility with an outdoor patio outside of the room where he passed away. And she said, I walked over, I opened the door, and she said, the sound of birds. She said it was so loud, and they just came from everywhere. She said, I'm not talking just a few little bird sounds. She said, I'm talking like there was thousands of birds everywhere. And she said, I walked out and I was like, where are those birds? And there was no birds in sight. Well, then it hit me. I said, oh dear God. Mikey and I, we shared everything. And when he was in the hospital, I asked him if there was any way that he was able to communicate with me, if he had the opportunity to go to be with the Lord, and God took him in. And at that time, we were not thinking Mike would pass away. We were thinking he'd get better. But I said, if you ever go to be with the Lord, and I know you're healed and you're finally at peace with all this pain, is there some way you would communicate with me? We've always communicated with each other in some way. He said, watch the birds. Watch the birds. I went, watch the birds, Mikey? I was always like picking on Mikey. I was like, Is that the best thing you could come up with to say? But he said, watch the birds. And I was picking with him, and it hit me. He was letting me know, he was letting all of us know, that he finally found his peace. He finally found the happiness. He finally found the joy of not feeling any more pain and suffering. Isn't that a beautiful story? Isn't it beautiful that God can touch us like that, that he can take us from such suffering and carry us beyond that and heal us completely? That is the story I wanted to share with you today. Stay close to God. Stay close to your family and your loved ones. Never, never take them for granted. And know that we love you. And I mean that is Mikey and I and our family and all of you. We just want you to know how grateful we are to have you, to continue to be a part of our lives here at Somewhere Up a Creek. Godspeed. We love you. Thank you. Be blessed.
Streets of gold, the mansions up on high, a land where you'll never grow old and no one ever cries. And when we get to heaven, God will know just what we like. He's got a lake just for me and my sweet by and by. I'll have a silver boat that sparkles. It'll be lined with fleece of white. I'll have a rod and reel that's made of gold. The fish will always bite. I'll have a cabin by the lake. Shade trees will grow so high. There'll be crickets and birds to sing when I'm fishing in the sky. I know my dad is happy. I wouldn't wish him here. Oh, how I miss him so. It's been a long, hard year. And God, he loves and talks to me, so I won't be alone. I long so much to be with him, I can't wait to go home. I've got a silver boat that sparkles. It's lined with fleece of white. I've got a rod and reel that's made of gold. The fish, they always bite. I've got a cabin by the lake. Shade trees, they grow so high. I can't wait till you get here. I'll take you fishing in the sky. I know that I will see him in heaven when I die. I wonder what he's doing now in his sweet by and by. We'll have a silver boat that sparkles. It'll be lined with fleece of white. We'll have some rod and reels that are made of gold. The fish will always bite. We'll have a cabin by the lake. The shade trees will grow so high.